Welcome, Yoga Strength. Come into a comfortable seated position. Settle yourself down onto this mat. Maybe you just finished work at 5:28. You are eagerly waiting for this class to begin. Maybe you had a long day, you had a good day, a lousy day, doesn't matter. Cross your ankles, rest your palms on your knees, straight back. Your palms may be facing down or facing up. Close your eyes. Making sense of what is happening as you take long deep breath. I could hear the outside traffic, but I'm not disturbed. I'm paying attention to my own breathing. Observe the inflow and the outflow of your breath. Observe whether there is something going on in your mind. Is your mind still pretty active? Are you thinking about what to order for dinner today? Or are you still thinking about your work or something you need to take care of? That can wait. You're now physically and mentally on this mat for this 60 minutes. Use this practice, use this class to cultivate strength not just in the physical body, but also in your mental capacity to be still and never giving up, doing your best you can. And perhaps tell yourself that you're alone on this mat, in your room, at home, watching this video, or now with your eyes closed, so no one can see you. You just do your best you can. Never mind, and don't care what other people think, because no one can see what shape you're making. You just do your best. Take 3 more deep breaths. Gently open your eyes. Namaste everyone, welcome to Yoga Strength. Let's begin the practice with warming up for the entire body, and then we start to work on some stretching for your shoulders and your hips, especially then work on your shoulder strength. Okay, let's come into a tabletop. A good start for the class. Tabletop, as the name suggests, you like a table. So your arms are straight, palms underneath your shoulders, about shoulder width distance apart. Your knees below the hips, about hip distance apart. I almost wanted to say knees distance. No idea what that means. Your toes may be pointed or tucked under. A few rounds of the cow and cat pose. If you're new to the yoga practice, just watch me for the first round and you can join me in your second round, your second pose, okay? Do your best. Inhale, hollow your back like you want to collect rainwater. Your head lifts up. Speaking of that, the rain has already stopped. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Keeping your arms straight. Inhale. Keep your shoulders stacked above your wrists. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And then back to your tabletop. You're going to straighten your right leg behind you. Take it as high as your hip. Flex the ankle, let your right toes pointing down. And then find your balance in your right palm and your left knee. Lift up your left hand forward. Stay and breathe. Okay, don't look at me. Work on the pose. Don't just sit there. Come on. Yes, breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. In your next exhale, you're going to round the back, bend your left elbow and right knee to touch. Get them to touch. And then inhale, straighten back the arm and the leg. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale, round the back, crunching your abdominals. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Good. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Stay here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and next inhale, straighten the left arm, the right leg, and then lower them down. Switch sides. Left leg straightens, keep it as high as your hip, don't take it any lower nor any higher. Feel the weight onto your left palm, reach the right hand forward. Now breathe. You either look slightly downwards or look slightly forward. Don't look back. You keep your neck nice and long. Long deep breath. In your next exhale, round the back, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, straighten, but don't touch the mat. Elbow to knee, exhale. Inhale, straighten. Elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, going to hold. Exhale, hold it there. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straighten, and then release. Walk your knees backwards about half a foot. Puppy pose. I know some of you like the puppy pose. Stretch your arms forward. Lower the chest down, look forward. And then gently, you want to keep still or you can bounce slightly up and down. Getting your chest slower. Slowly towards the mat. But don't need to be very violent. Don't do this so quickly. You might hurt your shoulders. Slowly. To get your chest to touch the mat or almost touching, you can slide your hand slightly forward to give it more space. Then stay. And try to relax the gap between your shoulders and your ears. With every exhale, let your body weight, let gravity gently move your chest and your rib cage down to your mat. Stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lift your chest up halfway. Lean forward, coming to a gentle Sphinx pose. Point your toes. Maybe get your feet together or slightly apart. A few inches will do. Shoulders above your elbows. Walk your elbows closer to about shoulder width distance. Look forward and breathe. And then tuck your toes under. Walk your palms backwards so that they're just underneath your shoulder as you lean forward and come back down. And then coming to upward facing dog. Lift the chest up, lift the knees up. Try to keep your elbows straight, look forward. You can use your tiptoes to rock front and back to get a nice stretch to the front of your chest. When you feel the back bend of your back muscles starting to contract. Or you can keep still like this, okay? Some of you want to point your toes. You can also do this. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down, tuck your toes, walk your palms slightly forward, lift the legs up, downward facing dog. And you can keep still or you can walk your dog, straighten one leg, bend the other, getting the stretch towards the ankles and your calves. You can either continue to walk your dog or you keep still. Stay for 5. Try to lengthen your spine. Try to take your hips higher to the ceiling while you're getting your head closer to your mat. Elbows straighten and look between your toes. Or look between your feet. 2, 1. Coming to tiptoes, downward dog. Lift the heels higher, higher. At the same time, take your chest closer towards the legs. With your feet about hip distance apart. Now turn your heels towards the right side. And then rest it down to get a stretch. So for those who cannot see, it's like this. Turn it towards the right and then press it down to get a side stretch towards the ankles. Okay, go ahead. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. The other side, please. Turn towards the left. Keep your hips still high. It's a side stretch to one side of the body. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Step your right foot forward. Take your left knee down. Come into your low lunge pose. First, rest your palms onto your front knee. You want to stretch your hip flexor, and then later we work on your hamstring. Suck your belly in, engage your core muscles, and lift the arms up. So every time you exhale, you contract your abdominals, so there is strength in this pose, even though it's mostly a stretch for your hip flexor. But your abdominals are working to stabilize your spine. You feel good, you can keep your core muscles still working hard. Every time you exhale, you contract them. You sink the hips lower by moving your front knee forward. Stay for 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you take your hands together, interlace fingers, release your index finger, and then lift up your chest and your heart up to the ceiling, go into a back bend now. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a half split. Front leg straightens. Keep the hips above your left knee. If you cannot take your hands on the mat because of tight hamstrings, use your blocks to help you and adjust the height of your blocks accordingly. Okay? And then walk your fingers either on the blocks or fingers on the mat and stretch forward, getting the stretch to your hamstring. You'll be sitting all day, working at home, the hips get tight, so you use this class also to get some space in your hamstrings. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's work on the other side. Step your left foot forward, right knee down. First, the basic low lunge pose. Rest your palms onto your front knee. Sink the hips down until you find the first sensation of the stretch in your right hip flexor. And then you begin to engage your core. Don't take your hips any lower first. Engage your core. Every time you exhale, like you want to shrink your waistline. Like the pair of pants you've been eyeing for a long time is finally on 80% off, but it's one size smaller. What do? You contract your abdominals to able to squeeze into that pair of jeans. Stay. Then, once you keep that engaged, your spine is stabilized by the core muscles, you lift the arms up. Feel free to interlace your fingers, release your index finger. Now if you want to, keep a straight back, and then start to sink the hips down by keeping a straight back to move the front knee forward to go deeper into the stretch. Stay. For 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Interlace fingers. If you haven't done so already, release index finger. Lift the arms up. Take it behind the ears and gentle arch back. Make a letter C with your back. Lift the chest and your heart up. Deepen the stretch of your hip flexor. Get in a back bend for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release forward into your half splits. Straighten first your left leg and then walk it forward a few inches. Flex the ankle. This is called flexing the ankle, so the toes point up. Once you flex the ankle, the hips will be directly above the right knee. Okay? If not, you make the adjustment. Lean forward, either fingers on your blocks or on your mat. Stretch forward. With every inhale, you want to lengthen your spine forward, and you exhale to try to melt away the discomfort. You lean forward, straight forward. Don't lean towards one side, towards this left leg. So your hips, we call it, they are square, they are facing forward and not tilting to one side. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, step back, downward facing dog. Now step your left foot forward, this time coming to the high lunge position. Front knee bends, press your palms onto your front knee first. Back knee is off the mat. Try to wiggle your back toes, your left toes, so that the left heel is directly above the toes. You don't have to. You need to follow the perfect textbook alignment. There is no such thing for perfect alignment for everyone. What works for you, works for you. It might not work for someone else. You can go deeper by moving the back foot much further. To take your front thigh like this horizontal, it is too much, lift it higher, okay? Option 1, rest the palms onto your front knee. Option 2, lift the arms up. For both options, engage your core muscles. You're working on your core muscles here when you're getting the stretch. So now your core, these muscles are working hard and your hip flexors are stretching. So that is one category of the strength. Different muscles working differently. Some muscles are strengthened, some muscles are stretching. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your left palm down on the mat next to your right foot. If it's too low for you, take your block or 2 blocks so that you can rest your palm completely down on the block for maximum contact stability. Lengthen spine towards the front and twist towards the right, keeping your right knee still pointing forward. And then you can either look down or you can look up to the ceiling. Those with more space, you want to open up your shoulders more, take this top arm, which is your right arm, backwards towards the other side like this. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Step back, downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. So even though we are stretching the muscles and getting some warm up done, we are also getting the strength bit by bit, okay? Okay, let's work on the other side. Left foot forward, high lunge pose. Right knee back, right knee lifted. Support yourself by placing your palms on your front knee. Try to go deeper and stronger if you want to until your left thigh is horizontal like this. Back leg is straight. Feel the stretch. If it's too much, then walk the foot closer towards you so that your front thigh is not horizontal. It's easy for you. You can always stay here. To go stronger, walk your back foot backwards more. Then once you feel ready, you stay there or you lift the arms up. Remember to engage your abdominals. Keep your back straight, guys. No back bend. Stay. The pair of jeans you'll be looking at has now 90% off. Oh goodness, it's 2 sizes smaller. Come on. Contract your abdominals to be able to squeeze yourself into that pair of jeans. Strengthen your core. Stretching your hip flexor. And strengthen your thigh. The front leg. 4, 3, breathe, breathe, breathe. 2, don't give up. Mental strength. 1, slowly. Lower your right palm next to your left foot. Coming to the twist or the bottom palm onto your block. Twisting to your left, I'm turning towards you guys. And then right hand up or take it back and back. Stay for 5. Stretching here, but also some strength in your bottom arm. Don't let your ears sink down towards your bottom left shoulder. Your right shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, step back, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's take a little flow. Plank pose, inhale. This way we begin to work on your shoulders. We did the twist just now, a bit of a shoulder strength in that twist. Exhale, bring your knees, chest, chin down. Cobra pose, inhale, point your toes, lift up. Downward facing dog, exhale. One more time. Plank, inhale. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Step your right foot forward, back heel on the mat. Lift yourself up, straighten both legs. Keep the hips moving forward to face forward. So if I'm facing you guys, it's not like this, it is the hips turning. So hands on your hips to guide you, okay? If you cannot turn all the way here, you're only here, it's okay. That means you're turning this way. You're facing this way, that's fine. You can do your best to turn forward. Working on a pyramid pose. You have the option to go deeper, which is your feet are wider, much wide, spaced out, or closer. Hands on your hips, check your alignment, good. And then start to work on your shoulders, interlace fingers behind your back. You can release your index finger if you want to. Some people find it's more energetically stronger to go there, or you don't have to. And then lean forward. As you bow forward, you get a stretch to your right hamstring again. And your interlace fingers, you get the shoulder stretch. Stay and breathe. Stay for 6. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Now hold the pose where you are. Don't move, don't remove your interlaced fingers. Lift up to a point where your spine becomes long and straight. For some of you, you're 45 degrees down. For some of you, it will be 60 or even 90 degrees up. Doesn't matter. Stay there. So if you look at me, from here your back is rounded somewhat. Until you come, you lift up until your back becomes straight. That's where you are. So now you're still stretching your hamstrings, but your back is straight. You're engaging your back muscles and you're stretching your shoulders. This is a strength pose. Stay. Look down or look slightly forward. Breathe. Press the foot behind you so that you maintain your balance, guys. It's simple shape you're looking, but this pose is so busy. Breathe. Hamstrings are stretched. Thigh muscles, the one in front is they are contracting to hold still. Shoulders are stretched. Back muscles are contracting because your back is straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lift yourself up. And release. Shake up your shoulders, shake up your arms, and step back, downward facing dog. So this pose, you see a combination of upper body strength with lower body strength and stretch. And then let's work on the other side. Left foot forward, back heel down 45 degrees. Spin the hips to face forward, doing your best you can. Both legs straight. Okay, and then start to interlace fingers for your second shoulder stretch. Lean forward. First is a straight spine. Once you hit the point, then your spine will start to round, then you stay there. Then you lift the interlaced fingers higher to the ceiling. Find your balance. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. That 2 was long. And 1. Lift up until your spine becomes nice and straight or a little back bend. Like you're trying to collect rainwater. Look forward and stay. Breathe. So some core strength. Your back muscles also part of your core. Holding your body up so there's strength in this pose while the hamstrings are still stretched somewhat. 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up and release. Downward dog. Okay, step your right foot forward. Coming to Warrior 1 pose. So the Warrior 1 pose is the front knee is bent, back leg is straight, about 45 degrees with a back heel. Turn the hips to face forward to the best you can. And reach your arms up. Like this, okay? To go deeper, you can walk the foot forward more to keep your front leg, the front thigh horizontal. Stay. Press more to the back heel. If you see your back heel start to lift up, then your pinky toe, press it down. You're going to come to the humble warrior. Interlace fingers one more time. Turn a bit towards your left side and your right side. In? Your left side, sorry. And then lean forward. Trying to get the hip opening. Lowering the head down to your mat. If it's too far with the leg behind you, step it forward by half a foot. Let the head touch down. Keep your front knee close to your shoulders. Interlace fingers up to the ceiling still. Stay. Keep breathing. Some of you with open hips, this is easy pose. Later you build the strength, that is where your muscles have to work while you create the space and you keep the space in your hips. Breathe for 4. Breathe for 3. If your head is not touching the floor, it's okay. Go to your best. 2. And 1. Stay where you are. For those with your head touching the floor, lift your head only 1 inch. Hover above there. Use your muscular strength. Because you have the space in your hips now, can your muscles hold that space? For those of you not touching the head not touching the floor in the first round, lift it about 1 inch higher. Stay and breathe. 4, 3, yeah, you feel the burn in your thighs. I know, count faster. 2, 1. Release the hands down, downward dog. Don't need to come up. Catch your breath. I know what you guys are thinking, cussing and swearing, terrible teacher. Tough love, guys, do your best. Just do your best. No one is watching you. I know it's tough. Been there, done that, okay? Now teaching this. Okay, the other foot, step your left foot forward. Warrior 1 position, front knee is bent, back leg is straight, 45 degrees, turn the hips, spin the hips to face forward, or the best you can. No pain to your hips, please. Lift the arms up, engage your core muscles in this pose. Powerful pose, hip opening, and also a strengthening for your core. Three, 2, 1. Humble warrior. Some of you will call this the hellish warrior, not humble at all. Lean forward, interlace fingers. You can step the back foot slightly forward so that you can able to take your head closer to your mat and you don't fall over. Stay and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up 1 inch no matter where you are. Stay, engage. Hold it there, don't hover it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 0.6, 0.3, and release the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Everybody take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. No one can hear you, let it all out. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Nice job. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Knees down, take a child's pose. Nice job. You either take your knees together or take your knees apart. It's up to you. Find a comfortable child's pose. Centering your breath, centering your body, centering your mind. And then lift yourself up. You're going to stretch with your hamstrings down, both legs straight. Alright, feet together, legs straight. Reach your arms up. Lengthen your fingers and your back up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bow forward. Grabbing your feet or wherever you can grab. Some of you can grab the shins, it's fine. Go forward. Some of you can grab the ankles, some of you can grab the feet. Some of you can grab your wrists. Just bow forward. Every inhale, try to lengthen your back towards your feet, like you want to kiss your toes. And when you exhale, try to hold in that position and try to melt away and dissolve the discomfort with your exhale. So try not to tense up too much. And release. Now here is where we have some strength building in this position. So now you have to stretch your hamstrings. You're able to, through the previous poses, you're able to get your hamstrings all warmed up and stretched. Now you're going to start to get some strength. So now it is the upper body going down to your lower body. So if you have the stretch like this, you can go down like this. Can you hold this without using your hands? So like this. So if I show to the front, see my hands? I fold forward. I can go so low, but when I let go, sometimes it might come up because of the weakness in this. So imagine you're squeezing a piece of paper or a towel between your belly and the legs. For those of you super flexible, you can stretch forward like this to touch your legs. Can you still touch your legs? And just release the hands off the feet, not touching. Some of you are only halfway here. That's fine. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. If you're here, you're really feeling a tightness in your back and your hamstring. That's fine, stay there and go lower using your muscular strength of your upper body. Okay, go ahead. Fold forward everyone. Go to your maximum stretch that you have established through the previous poses. And then look forward, lengthen spine, chest or belly to the best you can, close to your legs. Release the arms next to your feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're using your body weight and gravity to help you to take your chest and your belly closer to your legs without using your hands. Breathe. Muscular strength, your hip flexor. Breathe. Breathe some more. 3, 2, 1. Release. Come up. Okay? If this is difficult for you, you're gonna be surprised. It's gonna be much more difficult in the next pose. If this is easy for you, the next pose will be more difficult. So now instead of your upper body going down, you're taking your lower body up. So hands in front. The further front, the more difficult it is. So you take it as a rough gauge, your hands, your fingers next to your knees. You can press the palms down or you can lift the palms up. Palms up will be much more difficult. Okay? Well, actually palms down is more difficult because they're slightly closer to the mat. You're gonna squeeze, like imagine you're squeezing a block here or a towel between your belly and your legs. You're gonna lift the legs up like this, okay? You can go backwards more to take it up, but don't go back, otherwise nothing's gonna happen. You lean forward more, your fingers somewhere near the center of your shins, lift it up, it's more intense, okay? So get ready, point your toes. If your feet are cramping or your calves are cramping, then flex the ankle. Lean forward, going to the best you can, using the stretch in your hamstring but getting the strength in your thighs and your hip flexor to lift the legs up. Ready, 3, 2, 1, lift, stay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Walk your fingers backwards, catch your breath, shake your legs. Bend both knees, keep your feet about hip distance. Walk your buttocks towards your heels. Walk the arms and the fingers backwards until you find an intense stretch to your shoulders and stay. You may round the back a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lift yourself back up. And then take your feet back to its original position. Keep your shins and your thighs like a letter V. We're going to do reverse tabletop first. Lift up the buttocks and move the knees forward so the knees are stacked above your ankles. Try and error, check your alignment. It's easier with the knees above the ankles. This way is a bit more tiring for your thighs. Lift the hips up. Shoulders should be directly above your palms. Your fingers pointing backwards. If your shoulders are feeling a tightness, then you can turn your fingers towards your heels, which is easier, alright? and lift. Let your hip hang back, or you can just look at your front. Breathe for 5. So there is strength in your buttocks, in your hamstrings to hold your body up. There is stretch in your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Stretch your legs forward. Shake it left and right. Okay, we'll do one more pose with the compression strength and the shoulder opening and the hip opening all into one. So let me show you. So let me do side view so you can see. Look at me first before you start. So remember, your fingers pointing backwards is more intense. Maybe pointing back towards the buttocks is too easy. You can point your fingers on the outside. Or if one shoulder is really tighter than the other, then the tighter one, you point the fingers towards your buttocks. The more open shoulders, take the fingers towards the back if you want to. Okay? So you have different combination. So what you're doing is that you're gonna lift up. You're gonna find your balance. You're gonna lift up your right leg up. Find your balance, shift the weight, and then your left hand lift up. Turn your chest towards this leg and try to touch it without touching it. Like this. Okay? So if I turn this way, the other leg, lift the hips up, strength in the shoulders, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Like this. Okay? Alright. Now you do. It's very tiring for the teacher to be doing all the poses and talking at the same time. Reverse tabletop. Lift up. Okay, lift up the right leg up. Lift, lift, lift. Find your balance. Right leg is lifted up. Lift the opposite arm. Your left arm up and turn towards this right leg to maintain balance. So your chest is turning towards the right leg. Bring your straight leg and the hand very close to touch. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe for 5, 4. Hips higher. Don't let your hips sink. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Catch your breath. Keep your feet as it is, like a reverse tabletop legs, and then hug yourself between your legs. Alright, the other side. I know some of you thinking, where is child's pose? Where is the child's pose? Not yet. The child's pose, the child is still in preschool. School is not over for that child. Let's work on this pose before we go to take the child's pose. Reverse tabletop, lift up. This time, left leg up. Keep your hips up. If this is really challenging, don't go anywhere. Balancing onto your left palm. Lift the chest higher and the hips higher. Turn and lift up the right hand up towards this left leg. Those who go stronger, take it on the outside of your left foot. On the outside of your pinky toe. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hug yourself between your knees. Nice job, guys. Now you may take a child's pose. Alright. Take a child's pose. We'll drink some water, wipe some sweat. Good, everyone is still here. I didn't see anyone logging out, huh? I still see the same number of viewers. Stay. Okay. Next pose. Let's see. Arm balancing. Arm balances, they are a very prominent part of the yoga practice, but they also can look very athletic, very gymnastic-like, and rightfully so. So remember, there is strength, there is space, but there's also mental calmness, and you're observing what's happening in your inner landscape of your mind and in your body. We're going to work on 2 poses, or 1 to 2, or just 1 pose. From your bent leg to your straight legs to your firefly. So that requires open hips. We really stretch your hips quite a bit, so I hope this is able to workable for you guys. You can take your blocks to give it a higher lift. Let me show you. You're going to do the shoulder pressing pose, or we call it the Bhuja Pita Asana. So what you do, you first come to Balasana. Everybody come to Balasana first, squatting position. Palms at heart center. Use your elbows between your legs to open up your knees wider. Okay? If you're not able to completely rest the heels down, that's no matter. You can still be able to work on an arm balance. Tiptoes and just rest the blocks underneath your heels like this. Okay? Stay in this Balasana while you look at me. I demonstrate this next pose. Arm balancing for the Puja Pita Asana. This is requires shoulder strength and core strength. What you do, you're able to scoop, come into half Manasana, lift the buttocks up, scoop the shoulders underneath the legs. And then you either rest the palms on your mat or on the blocks. And then you lift up one by one the legs, the feet. Don't let your knees slide down. Clamp your knees towards the shoulders. Bring your knees closer together. And then you flex the ankle to hook one ankle over the other like this. Okay? Elbows not bent, straight. Every exhale, suck your belly in. Round the back to lift even more. For those with the open hips, start to open the legs wide and straighten it or lift the legs even higher. Okay? Now you try. Come into your Malasana, you're really in Malasana. Lift your buttocks up from Malasana. Let me show you the side view. Now round the back, scoop one shoulder underneath the leg, the knee, and then scoop the other shoulder underneath the knee. Rest the palms either on the mat or on the blocks. Elbows straighten. And then lean backwards to be able to float the feet up. One foot, try first. Then you're able to float the other foot, stay. Hang there. Just chill. Then if you can, then you start to cross the ankles. If you cannot cross, no need to cross. If this is easy for you, start to straighten the legs and legs straighten. Round the back, every exhale, round the back, round the back, round the back. 4, breathe, try. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it off. Legs straight, wrap it around. Alright, the next pose will be a bit of a fun pose. Let me show you. It requires your hips to be open. So open hips but strength of your hips, like what we did in your humble warrior, where you take your head down to your mat, remember, or very close to your mat. Then you lift your head up 1 inch to hold it, so that's where your hip muscles are stretching and contracting at the same time. This is also pretty similar. And then we also have to use your leg strength and your core strength. Let me show you. Let me face you to do this side first. So right leg. You stand with your right foot in front. You round the back, get the shoulder underneath the leg. Right hand to grab the ankle. Right ankle. Lean forward. Left hand slightly forward to balance. Bend this other leg, left leg. Bend the knee. Rest the knee onto the bottom elbow. Like so. So when I look back, you can see it's like this. Find your balance, and then your left hand start to lift it up. Okay? So go ahead and try. Right foot forward. Let me work on this side. Yeah? Round the back and bring your right shoulder underneath the right knee. Right hand to hold the right ankle. Hop the other leg forward. And then the other arm that is free, rest it down in front of you, diagonally across. Lean forward, find the balance. Lift up the back leg, bend the knee, rest it on the elbow. Stay. Keep looking at the point on the mat. Don't lose that focus. And then once you find your balance, release the front arm off the mat. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. The other side. No need to look at the clock. I know the time. You still have time. Oh man. Come on, come on. The other leg forward, left foot forward. Tuck your left shoulder underneath the left knee, left hand to hold the left ankle. Right hand in front to find your balance, hop forward, float up the other leg, and then the back leg, float, bend the knee, rest the knee on the tricep or the elbow, the bottom elbow that is. Find your balance and float your right hand up. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Take another child's pose, guys. And sit up. Now we work on this movement. So we're combining different poses together, engaging the muscles in certain and strengthening some muscles and then stretching the other muscles. So look at me first and demonstrate. This is a wide-legged stretch. So the further apart the legs, the more difficult it is. First you just bounce up and down, stretch up and down. I think you can go ahead first, stretch your legs wide and then bounce up and down, hands in front of you on the mat. Okay, now you look at me. Let me show you the first one. So it's a combination of several poses. Let me tuck in my top so it doesn't drop off or doesn't roll down. You're going to take your hands in front of you so that your palms are underneath your shoulders. If you come down, your spine is rounded, then it's better to have blocks so that you can rest your palms to give you the elevation on the blocks. Back is straight. So here I'm going to shift the weight towards my left hand and my left foot. I'm going to lift up my right knee. At first bend my right knee. I lift it up. Bend the right knee towards my right armpit or towards the elbow. So now there is shoulder strength, there is core strength. Stay there or you lift the other arm up. Twist. Turn the chest towards the left. For 3, 2, 1 and then you release. Okay? So now you go ahead. Wide-legged stretch, palms underneath you, straight spine, shift the weight towards the left side, lift the right leg up, bend the right knee towards the right armpit or the right tricep, stay there or lift the left arm up, turn the chest towards the left, stay for 5, stay for 4, stay for 3, stay for 2, and 1, release, back to your wide-legged stretch. Shift the weight towards your right palm and your right foot. Lift the left leg up. Bend the left knee towards your left elbow or left armpit. Stay there or twist. Lift up the other arm up. Turn your chest towards the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back. Wide-legged stretch. Bow forward. Grab your ankles with your hands. Turn your head down to your mat. Breathe for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You may sit down or you can stay where you are. Just look at me. I'll demonstrate this. Next one is add-on to this previous round. So it goes like this. Right leg up as previously. Left hand up this time. And then bend the left leg, right leg, swing it, straighten to the front. Don't take it behind. Straighten. Don't move your foot and the bottom palm. Try to sink it down, sink it down, sink it down, sink it down. And then squeeze, lean forward, try to grab the foot, but don't touch the foot. Or point it up. 3, 2, 1. Coming back to where you were and release. Alright? So let me show you the other side. Sway. Step 2, step 3, step 4, reverse, down, and back. Alright, let's go. Wide leg straight, wide legged position. Step 1, shift the weight towards your left foot and left palm, right leg up, bend the right knee towards the right armpit. Step 2, step 3, left arm up, twist to the left, Slowly start to bend your left knee. Take your right leg on the outside, like coming to a side pistol squat. This way. Try to lean forward and bring the leg towards you. For 3, 2, 1. Coming back. Left palm down, left leg straight, right knee to right armpit, and then right leg straight back to the wide-legged stretch. The other side. Left leg up. Bend your left knee towards the left elbow. Right hand up. Twist your chest to face the right. Start to bend your right leg. And then swing this left leg in front of the right foot. Straighten it. Sink it down but don't touch the floor. Now bring this left leg close to you. Arm towards the leg but don't touch. 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Right palm down. Left knee to left elbow. Left leg straighten. And then release. Bow forward. For 3. For 2. And 1. Final child's pose, everyone. Open your knees as wide as you can. As wide as your mat. Buttocks down between your hip, behind your feet, in front of your feet, big toes touching. And stretch forward. Slowly release. Lift yourself up. Legs straighten. Inhale, arms up. Gently round the back a little bit as you bow forward. Doesn't have to be intense now, you're slowly cooling down. Folding forward, there is enough space in your hamstrings for you to comfortably or less intensely take your upper body down towards the legs. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Slowly lift yourself up, arms by your side. Let's take a side twist. Bend the right leg still straight. Bend the right knee, cross the right foot on the outside of your left knee. And then bend the other leg. Buttocks are always on the mat. The heel is on the mat as well. Twist towards the right. Left arm go on the outside. And twist. Or for those who want to go into a bind version, go ahead and bind. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. 3, 2, 1. Release. The other side. Bend your left knee. Cross the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Bend the right leg. Cross it over to your left side. Next to your buttock. Left hand behind. Right hand, either you can hug it or you can hook it outside or you can bind it. Stay. Every inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist towards the left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, guys. I'm gonna turn back the comments. Last one is Shavasana. It is 6:30, just about 40 more seconds before we end this class. I highly encourage you to take about 3 to 5 minutes of Shavasana, finding yourself in your inner space, in your body, in your mind. And this is the yoga strength class. Alright, so we have about 20 more seconds before I end. Thank you for your lovely comments and your heart. That's very nice. So my next class will be, today's Monday, Friday night, Friday evening, 5:30, Hatha 1. Remember, stay safe, stay strong, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Alright, thank you. Namaste.